Welcome back to the men's basketball edition of Warrior Daily. Tom Gorman and Coach Greer. And Coach, after a tough loss at Tiffin on Thursday, your team able to get a much-needed win on Saturday at Ohio Dominican. Let's start with that Tiffin game. First ever win for the Dragons against this program. And when a team comes out in the second half and shoots 75% like the Dragons did, it's tough to win, especially on the road.
Well, you got to give Tiffin a lot of credit. They did shoot the ball extremely well, but we had a lot to do with that. We pretty much had control of the game in the first half, and then second half started to turn the ball over a little bit, and they turned them into easy baskets. Then they just got to go on and start hitting threes from all over the place, and again, Cole Prophet was injured and couldn't play, so their pressure was very effective against us, and we just pretty much lost our poise. But give Tiffin a lot of credit. They played, and they deserve to win the game.
Well, give your team credit for a great bounce-back victory on Saturday. 23-point win over Ohio Dominican, led by Brian Coleman, a career-high 27 points for Brian. He seems to be getting into a little bit more of a rhythm now that he's been playing a few games here in a row.
Yeah, offensively has never been a problem for Brian. You know, he's got the ability to score. It's just defensively we keep harping on him about, taking care of his responsibilities and playing good team defense. But, he was impressive in the first half. He had 19 points and, a lot of them wasn't threes. He was taking the ball to the basket and getting to the foul line with 7 of 7 from the free throw line. But great job by Brian Coleman.
After giving up a lot of points in the second half of that Tiffin game, it was probably important to you to come out with a good defensive stand against the Panthers, and your team able to do that, limiting Ohio Dominican to just 4 field goals in the first half.
Well, I thought our team was outstanding defensively, and Ike didn't play a lot of that first half. He got in foul trouble, but, not to make excuses, but, Cole has been injured, and, Tiffin backcourt had 50 of their points, and so, Dion Dismuke came in and gave us some great minutes, and Dell moved to the point guard spot and was able to put great pressure on the ball, and we was able to force him into some turnovers.
The numbers in terms of ball distribution look pretty good for your team. 22 assists at Tiffin. Dale Brundage, you mentioned his play. 12 assists on Thursday, 6 on Saturday, especially if he's going to have to play a little more point. He's moving the ball pretty well.
Yeah, Dell has been outstanding all year. What he lacks in offensive production, he more than makes up for in his rebounding, defense, and toughness. And, we always put him on the toughest offensive guy, and that's what happened in the Tiffin game. We switched him over to one guy, and the other guy get going. And, but Dell's been outstanding all year long, and, he's been a great help to the team.
Let's talk about what's coming up this week. Home games against Ashland and Lake Erie. 2 teams that you guys were able to defeat back in early December. Ashland's playing some really good basketball right now. They're on a 7-game winning streak. Evan Yates, we know what he's all about to this point. He's the GLIAC South Division Player of the Week, so he'll be a tough one to stop.
Yeah, we'll have our hands full. And remember, when we played those teams, Mike Hollingsworth was playing, so they're very good basketball teams. And Ashland brings a great inside-outside game, and Yates, he's he's a load down there. We'll have to double team him and try to force him into some turnovers, but they can hurt you from the outside, and like you say, they're playing extremely well right now.
All right, Coach. We'll hope all goes well this week at home, and we'll talk next Tuesday.
Thank you.
All right. That's Coach David Greer for this edition of Warrior Daily.